Most people don't pay attention to the Denver Pioneers. Denver University is they compete in the Big 12 when it comes to women's gymnastics. It's probably their biggest program when it comes to what they compete in. Now, they've been led for 28 seasons by Melissa Kutcher-Rinehart. She was the 2019 National Head Coach of the Year, seven-time Region 2 North Central Region Coach of the Year, two-time Big 12 Conference Coach of the Year, 2002 WCGC Coach of the Year, 2023 Denver Regional Championship, 2021 Big 12 Championship, 2019 NCAA Championship Finals appearance, 2019 Corvallis Regional Championship, 2014 MGRC Championship, 2012 WAC Championship, two individual NCAA National Championships, Lindsey Brown, 2019 floor co-champion, Nina McGee, 2016 NCAA floor champion, 6 team appearances in the NCAA National Championships, 24 NCAA Nationals appearances by at least one DU gymnast, 26 consecutive NCAA Regionals appearances. Yet most people don't pay attention to Denver. The Denver Pioneers are an amazing team. They're ranked 16th in the nation right now. They have a schedule that people should be paying attention to. Also, I'm going to cover, as I always do, 3 gymnasts that I think that you should pay attention to. Unfortunately, they lost Madison Ulrich, who, in my opinion, had a chance of going much further, but they didn't. So let's cover their schedule real quick. December 21st was the Crimson and Gold Inter Squad. January 11th, they're facing Stanford. It's going to be on TV. Stanford's 13th. We've already covered them. January 16th, they're facing Texas Women's University. They're headed to Denton for that. January 24th, Big 12 competition. They're headed to West Virginia to face West Virginia. February 1st, they're hosting Iowa State. February 7th, they're headed to Tempe to face Arizona State. February 14th, they're hosting Arizona. February 20th, they're headed to Provo to face BYU. March 1st, they're hosting Utah. March 6th, they're headed to the Air Force Academy to face Air Force. And then they're hosting Air Force on March 9th. So they're going to be facing them twice. Also, March 14th, they're headed to Corvallis, Oregon to face Oregon State. And March 21st is the Big 12 Championship. So they've got a tough schedule ahead of them. This is a team that unfortunately has a lot of people talking about it for reasons of money. They don't have the money that a lot of other schools do. But they're still competing at a high level. Melissa Kutcher-Rinehart has built a legacy there. And in all honesty, one of the scarier legacies in all of women's gymnastics. So we're going to cover Madison Reidenbach, Cecilia Cooley, and Kylie Rorick to show you 3 gymnasts that you should be paying attention to. So let's get into that. Before we get into the crux of this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you like college sports, because I do college sports, primarily college football, college women's gymnastics. Do a little basketball and other sports on occasion, but that's what I do, college. Also, General Robert Neyland, former University of Tennessee head football coach for decades, had 7 maxims to win any game, but they can also help you if you apply them correctly to your life. The second one is play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That is a maxim that can be also applied to your life. Look for those breaks and take it. Now, Madison Reidenbach is a 4'11 junior powerhouse. Last year, she was ranked 262nd in floor with the 9.85. And vault, she was ranked 69th, 9.975 was her high. Beam, she's also competed in and had a 9.1. She's also had a high of 9.9 on floor. She was a 2025 Big 12 Event Specialist of the Week. She's on the 2026 Big 12 preseason vault team. Competed in vault in every meet, 8 times on floor, added 8 bars, expeditions, and 2 floor exercises. So she can do it all. You're talking about someone who, hey, she's competed on every level. She made it to level 10 when it came to gymnastics. Has won several titles. This is someone that you really should see to understand how good she really is. I showed you a clip of what she can do. Let's hope that she is able to compete at that high level yet again this year.
Options could be true.
Inquiring minds want to know. Mila Brush, a 9.85. Cecilia Cooley now. Again, for Denver, they just need to stay on their feet. They still have a margin of error, over half a point, so they can make some mistakes, but don't let the mistakes compound themselves.
And they don't quite have the difficulty that some of the other teams out there do on this event. So it's really important that they minimize their deductions on every little detail.
And Melissa Kutcher-Rinehart did tell us, she said, we really pride ourselves on our choreography and our leaps and the tumbling. We don't have a lot of the E-passes, but she said some of those will come as we build through the season.
Cecilia Cooley is a senior. Last year, she was 128th on floor, 9.9 was a high. Balance beam, 124th, 9.875 was a high. Uneven bars, 87th, 9.925 was the high. Now, on beam, she has had a 9.9 before. She was Big 12 Gymnast of the Week one week, 2026 Big 12 preseason team for both bars and floor. She's can do all around and has won many titles before she got there. Got up to level 10 on the national side. She's 5'5". She's somebody who is just talented. She's I mean, she's faced some of the best competition out there, and she's shown that she is able to keep up both her grades and compete at a level that has made Denver stay relevant. She's got nothing but an upside this year and possibly next year. She could do some big things if people can pay attention to it. Last year, she competed on bars and beam in every event in the floor in all but one. Finished as co-runner-up on beams at the NCAA regionals. Set a new tied career highs on bars and beam. Made collegiate beam and floor debuts on January 5th. Won her first career title on floor. This is someone that elevates the Big 12. So her being at Denver shows that the level of talent that can make it there.
You might not see the big 10-0 start values in this vault rotation from Iowa State, but one thing that I saw him working on was the clean lines and landings. And over to bars, this is Kylie Rorick for Denver, leading off in this first spot. Beautiful pass handstand. You see that toe point in the double layout. What a start coming in from the bottom.
Now, Kylie Rorick is somebody that can do all around, but she's become a specialist on the bars and floor. Last year, she was ranked 214th on floor, considering all of the competition. She did have a high of 9.9. Uneven bars, she was ranked 78th in the nation. 9.9 was a high. On bars, she has scored a 9.975 before. She scored 9.95 times on floor. 2023 WCGA postseason second team All-American on bars, two-time, academics, of course. 2023 Big 12 Newcomer of the Week for Week 4. 2026 Big 12 preseason team bars. She competed on bars and floor in 12 meets and added one additional bars exhibition. Tied for second on bars at NCAA regionals. Tied career high on floor March 9th. Won bars title outright on January 26th. This is another person. Hey, won all around and bar titles at 2020 Nostia Lukin Cup. She made it up to level 10. She did great things at the lower levels. She's a leader for the team while also making sure that she's keeping everything going good. That's something that you need on a team. And as you saw, she knows what she's doing. Now look, Denver doesn't have the money that a lot of other programs do. But their recruiting is the number one way that they find the people that they need. Unfortunately, when some of that talent goes above and beyond, you have situations like Madison Ulrich who left Denver to go to LSU, but that shows the recruiting ability of Melissa Kutcher-Rinehart. This is a team that is full of talent, full of possibilities. They've got a freshman class that looks to be scary. I don't know who all's going to move into different positions because there's too many choices that could happen. Not to mention injuries or whatnot. This is a team that is full of talent that most people overlook, but you shouldn't overlook them. I started watching Denver last year. I will admit, until I started this channel and said that I was going to pay attention to women's gymnastics, I didn't pay attention to Denver Pioneers. I didn't. I wasn't keeping up with that. I'm from the South. I pay attention to SEC gymnastics. But I started paying attention to Denver because of Madison Ulrich, and then got to learn about the program. This is an amazing program. You've got a coach that for 28 years has brought titles, brought recognition, has turned the university into one of those that compete at a level that defies a lot of thought processes. They don't need a lot of money. They bring in the right people. These women are powerhouses in their own right. If you're not paying attention, you really should, because you have women like Rodenbach, Cooley, and Warwick. You also have those that lead like Ulrich. This really is a team that just has so much upside. They've got freshmen coming in like Megan Amo and Shala Bhatia and Savannah Kasparian, Caitlin Castle. They've got to take their team and go, okay, where can we fill in when somebody's able to leave now thanks to NIL and thanks to the transfer portal? Now, thankfully, people like Mila Bruce, Cecilia Cooley, and so many of the other seniors have stuck it around. Kylie Warwick. I mean, they've got a talented senior team. They've got talent on every level, and that is what is keeping them competitive. They may not be the flashiest, they may not be the highest scoring, but combined, the team environment there is amazing. And I hope that you'll pay attention. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Hey, that's my video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And comment. Don't forget that either. Hey, this has been Paul with
Artlist.io.
Redneck Thinker Media. I do sports, I do politics. Hit like, subscribe. And y'all, this has been Paul. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.